Hey everyone, AggroAmpharos here, and welcome to part 2 of my 18th birthday bash videos. Well, I guess kind of the preliminary birthday bash videos. This will be all about community shoutouts, kind of being due to the fact that I'm celebrating my 18th birthday with all of you guys instead of my real life friends. But, yeah, I'll celebrate with them at school, and we'll all eat lunch together like every day, and it just won't be anything special. It's just a birthday. Who really cares? I didn't celebrate with any of my friends when they turned 18, so it's not really important. You guys are people who I can't celebrate with in person, so we have to do it over YouTube with pack openings and little video specials like these, and possibly a live show if that ends up working out. But anyway, yeah, it's 18th birthday is coming up really quick here. I only have 1 week left before spring break, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks, and then the Tuesday after I get back on spring break, April 17th, is my 18th birthday. So yeah, it's just come and it'll be gone in about 5 seconds, but you know how it goes. It's a birthday. It comes and goes, and then you're just like, oh, now I gotta wait another year. Anyway, I've really been honored to share my collection with you guys, and to have a lot of you stay with me through all of my ups and downs. I know I've had my moments where I've just totally not had any idea what I was doing, and then I've had some moments where I've just totally gone on a streak of success and been all happy, and yeah, just got some good pulls and stuff and all that kind of good stuff that it's associated with confidence. Anyway, so this video is kind of a primary list of people who I'd like to thank for their ongoing support or their commitment to the community. I wrote committance, but I don't think that's a word. But who cares? Committance, commitment, whatever, to the community, or just being awesome in general. I have 4 people that I want to thank specifically, and then another 14 down at the bottom who I will just kind of name tag in this for being cool over the course of my time here. So, without any surprise at all, I'm going to start with Jamie. She is bar none the nicest person on YouTube. She's given so much to so many people without asking anything in return, and I have no idea why, because if I'm correct, she's a college student, and I don't know where she gets that kind of money. But I can't argue. She's been so generous to me. She's been so generous to, I don't know how many people she's given stuff to, but it's got to be pushing 20. It's just so crazy how much she gives and how little she expects. But the response she gets when she needs some help, like she's trying to get a Jolty on Gold Star, I think, right now, so, and I'm pretty sure that's going pretty well. I haven't checked, but because I haven't been able to buy anything to help her, but you get my point. She's done so much for so many other people that, like, everybody just wants to be nice to her and help her out, which she totally deserves. She's like the spirit of the community, basically. She's just so generous, such a nice person. It's just like friendship and decency and honor and all that kind of good stuff that's associated with Pokemon. She's got it all down, and you can't really argue, because if you do, then I'm gonna force you to eat a shoe. So, you know, just accept that she's the most generous person, and you can't really argue with it. Next person is a very unique gentleman. I wrote this down totally wrong. I wrote gentlemen, as in multiple gentleman. God, I'm so terrible at writing. But you know what I mean. J Final 1991, Jordan, you have one of the most unique styles I've ever seen. Back when I started watching, when I first watched one of your videos back in, like, God, it must have been November or December. I can't even remember anymore, but back then, you weren't too successful, neither was I. So I was like, I wonder where this kid's gonna go. Well, I know he's not a kid. He's a grown man with a very beautiful fiance. Seriously, she's actually like gorgeous. And she's totally into Pokemon, and I don't know how that works. But I'm not even kidding you, like, he is one of the nicest guys ever. I understand why he's with a girl like that. She's got a good taste in men, and I'm not saying that from like a homosexual standpoint. I mean, like, you can be homosexual if you want, but he's got a beautiful fiance. They've got it all down, and because they've got it all down, he has probably the best collection I've ever seen in my life. A holy hell crap ton of I don't know what to say in this situation. A lot of Japanese cards, a lot of English cards, but that cherry on top of the mound of epicness is the complete Japanese versus set. That is like what is the word? The defining factor of a collector of Pokemon cards. You know, you could have your first edition Shadowless base set Charizard, you could have, which would actually probably be harder to get than a complete versus set because it's so expensive. I'm trying to think of something that's awesome but not so awesome as to beat out versus set. I guess a complete Gold Star set, that's pretty good, but the complete versus set in my eyes is better because, you know, it wasn't printed in English. So, kudos to you, Jordan. You've completed the versus set, and that is just amazing. Now you're going after all sorts of other rare Japanese stuff, and I don't know how you're going to afford that all. Your wallet's going to take a definite hit, and he's probably going to have to be resuscitated, but that's apparently all right. So, good luck with that, and Gold Stars can go suck on the complete versus set. Yeah, so, next kid, although I shouldn't say kid, he's a very mature 12-year-old who you've come to know on YouTube as the Asian with 4 E's. I've come to know him as Chad. I've chatted with him excessively on Facebook over the past week and a half or so, and I have no other way of describing him as rather than that doesn't make any sense. I have no other way of describing him other than an Asian version of a 12-year-old me. Like, I've talked to him so much and I've come to realize, like, we dress a lot the same, we act a lot the same, and I'm talking about me like almost 6 years ago, or 5 years ago at least, but we just have like that kind of same, I don't know. I need a better vocabulary. Anyway, yeah. Chad is a really great kid. He deserves credit for being more mature than a lot of really young kids on here. I mean, there is a lot of like young kids on YouTube that are actually mature and you can actually talk to them without them being kind of demanding, which is good to know, that you can actually talk to some of these kids seriously and they won't just be like, oh, can I have this card, oh, can I have this card, oh, can I have this card. I'm happy that I haven't had to encounter that too much, because that would have just got annoying after a while. But you young kids on here are good, and Chad, you take the cake. But there are a few other younger kids who I know who I will credit for being mature, so don't worry about it. I don't hate you all. You know what I mean. You guys are all cool. And I couldn't do this whole thing without at least one Canadian supporter. I mean, I have a lot of Canadian supporters. What am I saying? But you know what I mean. Jared, you have put your name out there as Borjals. I can't exactly remember why. I know the Jals is because of your initials, but I can't remember what Bor comes from. I think it's I can't even remember. I know he told me once, but I still can't remember. You know me, with things like that. The only thing I actually remember decently is license plates, and I don't even know why. But that's what I remember. I can remember people's license plates, but I can't remember reasons why people choose YouTube names. But yeah, Borjals, Jared, you've been just that Canadian guy who makes things make sense to me. Just kind of talking sense into me, because, as you know, I'm just some stupid 17-year-old kid who doesn't really know anything about anything. I'm just kidding. I know lots of things about nothing. But yeah, he's been a long-time supporter of me, and I really have to thank him. And the only other thing I can really say, aside from how thankful I am to have known him, is that I wish you, Jared, I wish you luck if you ever buy another one of those atrocious Mewtwo boxes. Because I know how terrible those things were to you. So anyway, guys, there is my my list of 4 of the more, I guess, influential people during my experience. Now, obviously, I knew a lot of people who were amazing before these people, and I can't totally discredit you because that would just be rude, and I'm not like that. But at the same time, I guess, with their kind of regular basis on being on YouTube, I've been able to develop stronger connections with people. Some other people I haven't known as long, or I haven't been able to talk to as much because of not being able to talk to them because they haven't been on for a while, or stuff like that. Some people take breaks, and you know all that jazz. But everybody else is great. I can't discredit everyone else who has supported my channel. A lot of other people who I've come to meet, bass player 1549, I really admire his resolve to try and take down Lux Trump forever, or Rare Candies or Yummy, or whatever he goes by nowadays. Pack Ripa, I don't even know who you are, but you came up recently, and I really am scared by a lot of things that appear on your table when you make videos. Maple Player 1096, you have a lot more subscribers than me, and that's really cool, but you need to get a new camera. But don't worry about it, your videos are still cool. 801 Infernape, I only met relatively recently compared to some of these other people. Actually, I met bass player after you, so I've known you before some people, and you are a very cool guy to talk to whenever I can. So yeah, that's just great. So far I'm not really too sure about anything to say at this point, because I'm not really sure what you're about. But I like your Snorlax plushie. It's really awesome, and I wish I had it. Pokemon Canadians, you're Canadian, and you're actually a lot of people. You're not just one people. One people. Yeah, I'll just go with that. You're not just one people. As far as I know there's Ryan and Spencer. I actually know a Ryan and a couple of, well, I know multiple Ryans and multiple Spencers here, but you guys are also cool. X Predate, he is Swedish. I like Sweden. I like Finland. I also like Norway. Props to Scandinavia for being cool. I'm pretty sure X Predate has now passed me for subscribers, but it's not really surprising considering he's giving away 2 Mewtwo EXs, and giving out ridiculous amounts of slots for very little amounts of cards, so that's pretty cool. Orange Soda Tic Tac, I only knew you about 2 months ago. Well, I knew about you before, but I didn't actually get to know you better until, I don't know, end of January or something, when I started to collect the gold stars. And he is everybody's Pokepal. He is George, and he is very cool as well. Bomer DX15, I don't believe I know your real name. For the record, I know, what is everyone else's name so far? Bass player is Jason, I think. Packrippa might also be Jason, except spelled differently. Maple player is Alan. 801 Infernape is Bryce. Pokemon Canadians is Ryan and Spencer and possibly other people. I don't know X Predate's name, so there we go. Orange Soda Tic Tac is George. And Boomer DX15, I don't actually know your name, but you are cool and you seem to be also a lot like me in my current state. You're the same age as me, so that kind of helps the socialization part of it, of course. And unfortunately, I'm not into Call of Duty as much as you seem to be, but that's also cool, because everybody likes what they like, and I can't really stop you. Gyarakips, I don't know how to pronounce that when it's Gyarados and Mudkips combined, but he's another one of those mature young kids who's one card away from completing Next Destinies, which is also the card I have absolutely none of. And this is actually getting really long, holy crap. Shiny Fossil 5, I've only socialized with you a little bit, but you seem to also be cool. I can't remember what your name is. Oh wait, no, Chris. Yeah. Tadashi Studio, I don't know your real name. I'm going to assume your last name is Tadashi, because that would be cool. And I like how your profile picture matches the jacket you wear, because that jacket looks very comfortable. The Freaks of Pokemon, I don't know if you're one people or multiple people, but you guys are great guys if you're multiple people, but you're also a great guy if you're one people. Night Owl Or, I know your name is Lauren, and you are a very nice person. I don't know why you haven't put up videos, but you ought to get a camera that works, because I would like to see your videos, because that would be really awesome. And as for Retro Poke, she was one of my first female supporters on the channel, and certainly will not be forgotten. She managed to get a hold of a lot of old school stuff that I become extremely jealous of. And anyone else I didn't mention, don't feel left out. I just don't have enough time on my camera to mention all of you, and I'm running out even mentioning all of these people. I'd also like to shout out, finally, to the PokeTubing community page on Facebook. It's actually titled the PokeTubing Community. I believe it was created by the Shiny Nate Dog X, who I don't actually am acquainted with. It's a really wonderful idea to get a lot of people together, and I hope to see it become more successful as time progresses. And time for some self-promotion. I'd like to ask you guys to check out my Facebook page, or my Facebook profile, where you can add me and chat with me as you wish. My Facebook page, where you can like my page and see pictures of all sorts of crazy shenanigans, and join my birthday bash event page to keep up with all of these shenanigans. It's a tongue twister. If you say that 5 times fast in a video response, I'll give you a code. Shenanigans. Anyway, I think I'm done. This has been probably the longest video I've ever made. This is going to take all night to upload, so it'll be fun. I'll get a good sleep, and then I'll wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. And then I'm going to go to school, be bored out of my mind, come back, and see all the wonderful comments you guys made. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you all have good sleeps. I hope you all have good mornings, and I hope I will talk to you all later on Facebook and in a short amount of time after that.